With FS25 around the corner, let's take a deep dive into what we want to see in FS25. I have a small list here. It's nothing crazy. I don't want to change the wheel, but I do want some evolution for the game. One thing that definitely needs to not be in the game is vehicle stutter. FS19 didn't have it, FS22 does. I don't know why that wasn't fixed at all. That should never be a thing in a video game where you drive all day long. Gameplay in general obviously just needs a big boost. We need more crops, more all that stuff. That's the baseline stuff that should just be in the game. Like, if it doesn't add 7 or 8 crops, add some crazy ones. We don't care. Give modders more opportunities to add more crops. They've been doing a phenomenal job with FS22. Let them just go crazy. Give them more options. That way it's easier on them. If Giants don't want to add something, at least give the modding community a little bit more freedom, especially on console. I'm a console player, so freedom on console is a big thing. Also, Farming Simulator Mod Hub should just be all platform mods. There shouldn't be a PC side and there shouldn't be a console side. If you want to download different mods, they have so many websites for PC. Let them do their own thing. It's going to take away from mods getting on the mod hub because so much more testing gets done for console. Other gameplay things, add some farmers on the map. Nothing crazy. Things that we've wanted for a long time. Just add some extra farmers, add some, people actually living on the map would be phenomenal. I don't know why it feels like you're the only one there. And there are maps that do that, and that's great. But on maps that are big, open towns and stuff, you should see people working. You should see people, doing things. Cop cars, people getting pulled over in random locations, not the same location all the time. The world just doesn't have that feeling of people live there. It's more of, people walk, and that's it. That's going to change. I would love for them to add a story mode. People have been asking for this for a long time. You can have 3 different categories. You're an employee in one of them, and you just start at the bottom of the totem pole. You're doing work for a farm. You can't do contract work. You can't do anything until you branch out, but it at least gives you that security blanket of you're an employee of somebody else and you need to get this done by this time. Give them requirements, give them all that stuff. Rags to riches, where you build yourself up. You start on one job, you get some money. Maybe they give you a lawnmower as the job completes. You go mow some lawns, take care of some people. They offer you jobs because you took care of them. Just building yourself up. Even limit us on what vehicles we can get. If we could start off with small vehicles, and as you get bigger and bigger into the world, in the map that you're on and the world that you're in, as you kind of like level up, you just get to unlock new vehicles. And there might be sales should come back where there's just random sales, but you might be able to level up enough to get a good vehicle that you wouldn't normally get on sale. That's just, it seems like such an easy thing. Just add some missions, and for one, add a store clerk on every map and let them talk to you. Let them have dialogue of, hey, this job, the game knows the names of the farmers. Let them be like, hey, Johnson on field 34 needs some cultivating done. Would you like to take care of that? Just give us an option saying yes or no, or look for more, or just go to shop. Like, give us those options to have those interactions. Make the world feel like it is a bigger thing. Vehicles should take damage. There's no way vehicles shouldn't take damage. 100%. I don't know why they don't, but I guess licensing and all that stuff. Games do it all the time. There are hundreds of games that have vehicles with names that take damage. I'll allow it to happen. Let us destroy a vehicle. If we want to have a demolition derby with 18 monster trucks, let us do it. It's a sandbox. Let us experience whatever we want. This game can only evolve. And honestly, the maps should evolve. The one thing I loved about FS22, the later maps, they had businesses that changed the environment. The roller coaster changed. It got built. It ran. You could ride something in a game that you personally worked toward. Same map, building the ships, letting them sail out to sea. Yeah, it wasn't anything you personally were doing. You were just doing the same stuff, but it added to the world that you're in. It added to everything around you, which is 100% what I'm looking for. I want to be able to go to a mine, an actual mine where they're doing demolition, helping them out, supplying them with stuff. And by the end of the time that I've helped them, they blow the mine and it opens up into a different part of the map. That would be phenomenal. They add a tunnel and you can now experience the rest of the map. That would be amazing. It's something to work towards, something to do. They could do a quarry where it's small at the beginning, and then as you help out the quarry, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, there's little things you can do. It doesn't have to be a huge thing like that. It could be something small like the ships, just a business that is an evolution of something that you can just repetitively do. And if you want to make money doing it, you can probably do that. They can find a way. Productions need to be a little bit more. Like they had the baseline stuff. First game, baseline stuff is fine. It worked great. Modders did a fantastic job adding other stuff, but we need to add more. This is not a game made for 12-year-olds. I mean, it's an older generation playing this game. No kids coming into this game going, I want a farm. So not having slaughterhouses, not having options to, send pigs, send horses, make glue, like all that stuff should be in the game. Like it's not made for kids. We don't have to sugarcoat it. This stuff is in the world. Speaking of animals need to have a big update this year. I feel like animals need the biggest update out of anything. They are definitely, as of last year, a little slacking. In the last couple of years, honestly, they changed how they were fed, which is great. They added, little bit of things here and there, horses, all that stuff. Horses definitely need to change. They were the worst production, worst animal production you could possibly do. They didn't make you nothing for money. They were time expensive, and they were just, they were the worst. FS19 did a way better job, at least giving us a good value for the horse. It was a shorter time. They could have extended the time and been perfectly fine with that. There should be, 20 different types of animals. They add some rams, add some ducks, add whatever you want. I don't care as long as there's more. Animals should change in size. There's no reason we shouldn't have baby animals. There's been maps from FS19 with baby animals. I don't know how there's not baby animals at the moment. There should be teenage stage. There should be an adult stage. Billy Springs did the exact same thing. He added more animals, different size animals. Amazing. Did a phenomenal job. Every animal should have a byproduct. Sorry, that's just like the slaughterhouses. Every animal. I don't care if it's feathers. I don't care what it is, but it should have a byproduct to make pillows. There's no reason not to. And take your pigs to the back of a grocery store and sell them. Like, I don't care. It can be simple like that. As long as you can do things with them. Right now, animals are just there, and they just are a background thing. Like, you barely look at them, you feed them, and that's it. You get the product. Great, but let us do something with them. Horses are great because you can ride them around. That's awesome. Obviously, I'm not expecting to ride a pig around, but if I could take it to a slaughterhouse or move it around, honestly, animal trailers are useless because you can just teleport all the animals to your pen. Make us use them. If we want to sell them at a location, we have to actually have an animal transport trailer to go somewhere. There's no reason to buy an animal transport trailer unless you're trying to save a buck. Now, the animals on the map, they need a change. Now, they're great. They add that little bit of immersion, which is great. I have no problem with that. Crows flying around, no problem. But add some options. Now, my big thing is options. A lot of this game needs options, and that's a big thing that's kind of annoying about certain things. But animals on the map should degrade your field. Birds staying on your field and eating your seed, eating your crop should degrade that section of the crop. There should be that evolution of things are actually reacting. Make us put up fences. Make the deer react to the fences. Make deer react to scarecrows. Put scarecrows in the game. Why don't we have this? Like, this is natural farming stuff to keep away certain predators, certain animals. Just let us keep away. If you want to add animals in the game, great. But make it so that they react in the game. Right now, they're just something that drives by and you can drive through them. Make us hit them. Make them sit on the side of the road. That's real life. Honestly, add a deer processing plant and you could pick up the deer, throw them in your truck, and drive them to the deer processing plant and make a buck. No pun intended. You also need the option. There should be an option that gets added saying reactive wildlife. And if you shut that off, it shuts off all the reactive wildlife. If they're in your field, doesn't matter. If you can drive right through them, whatever. But give us those options. Options are a big thing that I am looking for, especially as myself as a content creator. I would love to shut off the HUD on console. That is a thing on PC. PC can run 100 miles per hour into the corner, or they can fly across the map. If I want to go look at a piece of land, I have to get in my vehicle, drive all the way over there, look at the piece of land, then teleport my vehicle all the way back across the map just so I can get it back to my farm. It's just those little things that are annoying when I want to do something. If I want to get a good aerial shot, I need to get a fire truck or, something to lift me up so that I can get that shot. And PC can just do it whenever the hell they want. I have to spend 10 minutes editing a picture so it doesn't have the HUD around it. It's just a little annoying. It should be in the game. Options are a huge thing. Like, why not give us the options? If you're going to add something in the game, give us the options. Games have been doing this for years. It should be added. I don't know really why it's not. I feel like workers should be kind of like a job listing. And you could hire somebody. They might not have great reviews. They might not be a great cultivator, but they're a good seeder. They might have flaws, which would make things so much interesting. And you could maybe hire them for a span. Like you hire them for the year and you have them at all times. Now, if you're using him, it's a certain rate. And if you're not using him, it's another rate. I would love that because it adds that you've had this person on your field since day one. It's year 10 and he is still a loyal worker for you. And, you might find some bad eggs where they just slack off. They might, where the workers, sometimes the workers fall off the map and just stop doing their job. Make that a flaw. Make that so that, hey, this guy's not great at time management, and have him just draw circles around the map, around the field, still doing the job, but not in the most efficient way. That would be so funny to try to find a good worker versus a bad worker. You could fire people, that adds that, it just adds that chemistry in there where not everyone is great at farming, and that's how it should be. Now, there are many, many more things I'm going to be talking about over the next couple weeks, but this kind of sums up the gist of it. FS22 came out with their recap, so within a week is probably going to be the reveal trailer for FS25. One thing I do not want to see is them saying, we improved the audio. You did that last year. I don't want to see it. Great. I love the audio. Don't get me wrong. They did an amazing job last year. But with every new game, you should have new audio. That's just how the game evolution works. That's like saying, oh, we have improved graphics. Yeah, it's been 6 years. You should have improved graphics. Now, FS22 only came out in 2021, so it hasn't been 6 years. But there's no reason to say those vague statements like, oh yeah, new graphics, new audio. Yeah, you should. It's a new game. That's like saying, this is all we have to say because we didn't do much. And I don't want to see that. I hope it doesn't happen. We'll see what happens. I just want to see a great trailer, new vehicles, new evolution of things. I want to see animals. And if animals is just the first trailer, I'd be happy. I don't care. Just give us a video of 50 different animals you can have. We have maps on Mars. Give us zebras, give us giraffes. Who cares at this point? A farm is a farm no matter what you have on it. Let us go crazy and let modders go crazy. All right, but that's going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys hanging out and just listening to me ramble. We're going to get into this real soon. FS25 is on the way. Can't wait for it. Have a good one.